Okay, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl. If you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you can be notified when my new videos come out. So, honestly, I am so exhausted. Like, I am so exhausted. I don't know. I don't even know how to sit right now. But like, literally, this is just going to be like a chit chat video, because you know we got to keep up with the algorithm and keep going. And a lot has been on my mind this week, just about everything, like about the country, about past relationships I've had, like some realizations that like I've come to, and even like with my work, all types of things have been happening this week, and I don't really know, you know, it's a difficult time. I'm going through a lot. By a lot you mean no. If you're not on TikTok, I don't know how to deal with you. Like, I don't know how to relate to you because I'm on TikTok. So everything I say is like something else pops up in my head. But but a lot has been going on. I'm gonna get fucking personal, but my grandma is in dialysis right now, and she's, you know, I'm dealing with that, and I've been reminiscing, I guess. Maybe that's why it's been such a hard week. But yeah, one thing that frustrated me that happened to me this week and got me thinking about my experiences in college and how it, like, my undergraduate experience was amazing. I met the best professors. I met, you know, one of the best professors I've ever had. I didn't even understand like the depth of knowledge that he had about my culture and about black people as a whole, which, I mean, it was, you know, refreshing, because, you know, in high school they don't really teach you that much about like the truth of black history. You kind of learn on the surface level of things, but you don't really go too far. So that was an experience in itself. But during that time, I had friends, like, we were a small class. I went to a small college, you know. It wasn't too much, you know. We were like low key, like very high key, very private, very expensive. Okay, but anyway, I had friends all over the spectrum, you know. And before that, I was dealing with colorism and things like that before I got to college. So, mind you, I'm young, naive, didn't know much about like life. I knew about academics. I didn't know shit about anything else, which is why I think I kind of fluffed up a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I had friends all around the spectrum. I mean, there was me. I'm the black girl. I'm saying this because my friends, you know, there was a white girl, there was a girl who was Middle Eastern, and there was a Hispanic girl, and I was just like, cool. Like, we were all liberal, democratic people. Like, we were all on the same page. We were sad as shit with the first Trump presidency. We really understood what was happening. You know, we were just on the same wavelength. And while that was a great experience, it just made for an even more daunting path forward for me. Because coming from that situation where I had friends that understood me, they understood racism, they understood, you know, and That was even if they hadn't, you know, everybody doesn't have the black experience. But it just seemed like we were on the same page. In the future, I would find out that we're not we ain't all in the same club. Like, I don't know. It's terrible. And it may sound confusing to any of my non-black POCs. And I don't mean no harm. This is what is on my mind. I had an experience this week where I was like around people who, you know, outside of my culture. So they're non-black people. And I remember me and my mom, we walked in. And my sister. We walked in and I was kind of, it wasn't like rude, but I was getting like some rudeness. Kind of like, you know, not making eye contact, not really, you know, trying to make conversation. Kind of like, I have a sixth sense about racism. So, I just know. And I felt it coming off of these particular people. Like, towards me and my family. And then, I don't know how this came up. Oh, the lady, she just asked me, well, what do you do? Are you in school? And so I tell her, well, no, I'm an attorney and my mom's this or whatever. And I don't know, like, out of the blue, her demeanor, her conversation, everything changed. Like, in real time, it's very weird to see that change. And this is what I know. It's not debatable. This is my channel. But if you don't agree, well, it sucks for you. I don't know. But the reason that was happening is because there is a preconceived notion that non-black POC and I don't mean, everybody, not every person, but non-black POC and white people, they have about black people. Sometimes they haven't met black people in person and all they have is a depiction that's on TV. Or I've heard some of my friends say that, they migrated here from another country, and when they came here, whoever helped them told them that black people were dirty or lazy or whatever. And it's just like put on us, put on me, put on my family. And I think that was what was occurring, which is why we weren't spoken to properly and weren't addressed, and was kind of treated like second-class citizens. But then, when I tell people that, I'm a lawyer, they know that that's, some people think it's prestigious. I don't have that type of shit, going on about me. But then they think, oh, okay, this is not what we thought. This is an exception to the rule. And so now we're going to treat these people like people. We're going to talk to them like, we should have talked to them in the beginning. But just to see the switch that happened during that all types of hee-hees came out. Just, all I'm saying is, for the people who just, work blue-collar jobs, that is respectable. And they're not a lawyer, or they're not a therapist or doctor or something like that. They, I guess, just never received the switch. They never experienced the switch, of people that have a preconceived notion about black people and only deem you to be, worthy of being treated like a human being if you have a prestigious career or something like that. It's just annoying. It was annoying to me and it bothered me. So I need to talk about it. It's crazy. But yeah, so in college, I thought POC unity was like a real thing. And I don't mean that you can't, you know, but I've had so many experiences where it's just a lot to unpack, a lot to know, and it's sad. And that's how I feel about that. But yeah, and then another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, I'm a little, now, the country, like, where, I don't know what the fuck, I know what's going on, and that's what scares me, but I don't think that Trump supporters that are still like trumping, and they think that, you know, as soon as Trump or Elon says fraud out of their mouth or corruption, like with no proof behind like where this corruption, this fraud or whatever is happening, I think they just go, yeah, get the fraud, get the corruption, it's all corrupt, and let's do this, and let's say, and DEI needs to go, and it's the problem. And I'm like, they are not even offering proof to you all of what is the corruption, what is, like, you know, where's all of this fraud that we're talking about? Why does one man, who was not elected, by the way, get to have access to Americans' sensitive information, social security numbers? Like, why is that okay? Why are we okay with cutting Medicaid? Why are we okay with the Republicans trying to take funding away from children with disabilities? What is happening? Like, at some point, I'm concerned, because I don't think any of us, like, I love social media myself, love it to death. Like, me and TikTok, we're here. I do my work, I look at TikTok, you know, I do that, whatever, cool. I'm Gen Z, you know, on the cusp, you know what I'm saying. I was born in 97. Shout out to, I don't know what the fuck. But, like, I get it. But I think that we need to pick up something and read about something. Like, from a reputable source, so that we can know what's going on with our country. Because, like, it's too many people that don't care. It's too many people that are concerned with themselves. The lack of compassion that I've seen is, I think, the crux of the matter. Because I've been trying to wrap my head around why, like, don't you care about gay rights? Like, why don't you care about the rights of minorities? Why do you not care about white supremacy taking over and continuing to just be so successful that we have literally elected a president that is trying to take everything that Black people work so hard to get. Like, it's upsetting to know what this country is. And I knew what it was. But to see in real time, you know, we elected President Obama, you know. And because we did that, came Trump. And that's what we're still paying for. Mind you, Obama was half Black. Like, just imagine if I had got up there. That, like, it'd have been a war. It'd have been a civil war. And that's actually, yeah, same as happening now. The way that the president spoke to the Ukrainian president, I've never seen that before in my freaking existence. I've never seen this type of behavior than from that of Donald Trump. Elon, I don't understand, because there are so many people just concerned with immigrants, taking jobs that, where these jobs are, whatever jobs they're talking about, I have no idea. These jobs, so-called, and we're worried about anybody coming to this country, but now we're going to introduce a gold card where literal oligarchs can just buy their U.S. citizenship. And then we're going to also have a man that's, by the way, not from this country, what is his qualification? Twitter? Like, I just don't, we couldn't even keep the Twitter. Now it's X. What is his qualifications to be in the government with a bunch of young people who have no experience in them, and to be even doing anything of that caliber? What the it's hard to not see the racism. That's why I don't see how, at this point, like, it's so blatant that it's not something where I could talk to a person that I can't. Like, if I couldn't the first time, I surely can this time around. This man accused Haitians of eating cats and dogs, and y'all said y'all slurped it right up. Or did you? Because Elon Musk spent what? How much money? Google it. Into President Trump's campaign. I truly feel like he's like, if I get you this campaign, you gotta let me run the country. And that's what's happening. I'm trying so hard not to curse. I gotta be good. But anyway, that was a rant. But I'm so upset. Because it's just nobody cares enough to me. This is serious. And I feel like people my age, some of them, yes. But man, there's so many that just, they don't care about people. And that's the problem. We just don't give a fuck about ourselves. We only give a fuck about ourselves. We don't give a fuck about anybody else. So, personally, if it's not affecting you, it's okay, I guess. Like, F abortion until I gotta get one. I heard some lady who was previously against abortion, like, she's like, oh, she does a whole flip after she experiences a dire situation, like, I'm sorry, like, she does a complete flip, like, oh, now it's okay since you've experienced miscarriage and you need it, to be able to make a decision for your own body. People that say that, oh, they're voting Republican or they vote conservative because they're Christian. Please stop. Stop it right now. Because Jesus, if you look in the Bible, he was for the misfits. Like, he was for people who were outcasts. He helped everybody. Jesus is love. So when you say that you are a Christian and that's why you're voting against abortion, God gave us all free will, and he damn sure didn't put old ass white people, white men, to make decisions over what women can and cannot do with their bodies. When you go to talk to your Lord, just figure that out. Another thing that's annoying me, before I get on to something else, Christians that are homophobic, can you come to the front of the room, please? Because even if you say, okay, I'm Christian and I don't believe that a man should be with another man or a woman should be with another woman because, it's against God. Okay. Where is it in the Bible where you are supposed to hate another person or antagonize them and use God for your homophobia to excuse it? The Bible says there is no big or little sin. So even if you were saying, okay, I don't agree with the lifestyle of gay people, or I don't agree with same-sex marriage, I don't agree with lying, but you do it every day, Karen. I just want to know, like, fornication. All of you people having relations outside of marriage, like, hey, he's talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you realize that we all sin. So, if you don't hate this person or openly try to go against them having rights as an American citizen, if you don't dislike a person for lying, because God sees the sin as the same, but you don't, you think that Joe should be freaking terrorized and belittled and fucking demeaned because he's gay, then I think that there's a deeper issue. This has nothing to do with what you think is or is not a sin. It's homophobia. Please get some help today. Get some help today. But let me get off of that because I don't want to. I can feel, and I don't. But yeah, it's just a lot of shit going down that I've been thinking about. I've also, like, discovered a lot that I've learned about relationships, and I'm happy that I made it this far because for a time I couldn't see myself not being out of love with one person, and then I made several mistakes just because I was trying to be. Hold on, I gotta plug up my camera. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, yeah, so I was trying so hard, like, to be different than I am, and I know who I am as a person, which has caused me to make serious mistakes with men in terms of relationships because I'm a giver. Like, I don't have the mentality that a lot of men for some reason assume that women have. I never had it. I just wanted, like most girls, I don't know, I don't speak for all girls. I know we're not all the same, but for the girls who are, I just wanted to get married. I wanted to have a family. That was it for me. I didn't want to jump, around. I didn't want to have more than one guy, one boyfriend. It's, so I just, when that first heartbreak happened and then another heartbreak happened, I was just at odds with who I was and beating myself down so hard. And to the people who have all of this shit to say about women who've made decisions that were not in their best interest, please shut the fuck up. This is not about you. Clearly, there's a reason I'm saying this, because every time I see a girl try to be vulnerable and try to express, what may have happened to them in a relationship, I see people in the comments going, damn, that would never be me. Great. Please scroll. This is not for you, Jennifer. But anyway, like, my problem is that I was a giver, and I tried to change myself. Like, I tried to, y'all, this camera be heating up. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I would, for a long time, I started dating when I was like 21. I'm 27, about to be 28 now. And in that span of time, I was trying to be okay with what another man said I should, like another, whoever I was dating saying, you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be so, you shouldn't want to talk as much as you want to talk. You shouldn't want to. And so I just tried to be okay with things that I'm not okay with. Even when I was healing, even when I was alone. And I've been alone for literally 3 years. Like, I've been alone. And hell, to be honest, like with all of these situationships going around, I can't say that I really have had a legit relationship. I was embarrassed about that when I just, but then I was like, there's nothing to be embarrassed about, because he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And so I'm not even looking anymore. That's the approach that I've taken on that situation. But I've just seen my growth from, even like old things coming back and me dealing with them differently. Like, and I'm just so thankful to God and happy that, I've made that turn to where it's no way that I'm about to tolerate someone that doesn't add to me, that subtracts from me, where I, in the past, I felt like I was constantly trying to prove that I could. And I knew I had so much to offer, which is, it's like, oh, I can be a wife. I can cook. I can clean. I can take care of you. And I did that well, but not for the right person. I did it too well. When you care about somebody and they're down on their luck, things to never do. Don't ever. And I don't care what that man say. I don't care what he say. I don't care if he calls you a gold digger. Tell him, where's the shovel? Because I'm digging today. Before you spend your money. Sometimes, you get into relationships and the man, he'll be fine. He'll have like a job. He'll be good. He meets you. Then he becomes broke. Then he becomes stingy. Then he becomes where he's so depressed that he can't work and puts pressure on you. And, if you're a giver, then you may do things due to your nature that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Like, I remember my last situationship. That's a story for another day. That I was in. I was with this guy who, he wasn't particularly out for my money, but he was not up to par with me. And that was something I had to come to terms with. Is I'm like, okay, I'm not that type of person that judges someone based on their job. I'm not. In me. But I had to become sometimes, like, it's common sense. When you are on a level, you cannot date someone that is below that level. Because when they, not to say that, there can be people who have went to college that are still stupid. I'm not talking about like job wise, but mentally. I just feel like when I tell men that I'm a lawyer, they think I'm rich. They think that I am like rich and that I should give them what I have. Oh my God. And so I just don't even know, how to navigate this world, or I didn't, before. Now I just don't give a fuck. I'm not paying. I'm not helping. If you down on your luck, you just gonna be down. And I'm gonna pray for you though. Bow our heads. And I'll pray for you for sure. But don't ever give no man no money. I don't care what anybody says. We don't do 50-50 over here. That term, when it's used, is dangerous rhetoric. Because you're going to be splitting $6 on God. Don't do it. Don't ever let a man tell you that you don't need makeup, or that you shouldn't wear makeup if you want to. Don't do it. I don't give a fuck. If you wanted a natural girl, you should have found one. And I'll pray for you. Bow our heads. Because if you do that, you will lose yourself. And you know, you shouldn't have to change things that you like about yourself for somebody else. You know, and so I just feel like I'm at peace in my where I am in my life. I'm not searching. I was always searching for you know, a boyfriend that would be my husband, and then I was always waiting on, you know, this title that never came. But in the meantime, I done did all of this shit. If that's you, don't be embarrassed about it. Don't be shameful about it. Just change it. God doesn't necessarily change the situation. He changes how you feel about it. So if you're waiting for a man to commit to you, don't try to make him make that decision. Just change your circumstances. Just change your circumstances. Make you out, like, take you out of the situation, because you're gonna have done this, and the fourth, and gotten nothing. And so, honestly, the way forward, I think, in terms of dating in this generation, is to not, you know, it's okay to want a husband. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I see so many people talking about these sinner men. You know, not necessarily are you centering men if you know, want a partner in life. Like, God has made someone. You know, God has made someone for you. But at the same time, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. You don't have to search for what God has for you. And that, when I came to that realization and fully let that, you know, just be about me, that's when I came, you know, to peace. I don't know how this became an advice video. I don't know. But take it from a girl who's been down bad. Like Taylor Swift said, I was down bad, crying at the gym. Yeah. Thanks for sitting through my rant if you made it this far. You know what I mean? Please remember to like, comment, subscribe to your girl's channel. I got a little bit of everything going on here. You know, tune into my podcast on 810 News Group, Media Group on YouTube. Search it up. I'll have a link below. But until next time, you know what it is. It's XOXO.